Ethiopia, landlocked country on the Horn of Africa. The country lies completely within the tropical latitudes and is relatively compact, with similar north-south and east-west dimensions. The capital is Addis Ababa, located almost at the center of the country. Ethiopia is the largest and most populated country in the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia is one of the world's oldest countries, its territorial extent having varied over the millennia of its existence. In ancient times, it remained centered in Aksum, an imperial capital located in the northern part of the modern states, about 100 miles from the Red Sea coast. The present territory was consolidated during the 19th and 20th century as Ethiopian powers encroached into Ethiopia's historical domain. Ethiopia became prominent in modern world affairs first in 1896, when it defeated colonial Italy in the Battle of Adwa, and again in 1935 to 1936, when it was invaded and occupied by fascist Italy. Ethiopia was among the first independent nations to sign the Charter of the United Nations, and it gave moral and material support to the decolonization of Africa and to the growth of Pan-African cooperation. These efforts culminated in the establishment of the Organization of African Unity since 2002, African Union, and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, both of which have their headquarters in Addis Ababa. Ethiopia is bounded by Eritrea to the north, Djibouti to the northeast, Somalia to the east, Kenya to the south, and South Sudan and Sudan to the west. The Mehin are an ethnic group numbering to 222,000 people group organization in 2023. Individuals located in the highlands and lowlands of southwestern Ethiopia, according to the ethnographic survey conducted by linguists. They live in the southern nations, nationalists and people's regional states, Bent Margi Zone. About 1,500 of them live across the border in Sudan. The Bodi speak the Mehin Meme language, which is a member of the Semitic branch of the Nilo-Saharan language family. The Mekin or the Mehin are a Semitic ethnic minority group inhabiting southwestern Ethiopia. The 1998 census lists them as consisting of 56,585 individuals. In Ethiopia, ethnic communities speaking Nilo-Saharan languages are referred to as Nilotic. But this is not exactly the same meaning as the Nilotic language family. The Mekin traditionally participate in a unique festival known as Kale, during which the Mekin women sexualize the process of making men gaining weight, and assists and encourages them in becoming as fat as possible. The Mekin women will often select partners during this festival, typically from among the men they assisted in becoming larger. The Mekin or Mehin speak the Mehin language, which is a member of the Semitic language family. The population is subdivided into two groups: the highland Tisana, who are agriculturists, and the lowland Bodi, who are pastoralists. Imagine your reaction when you find yourself in a tribe where big is definitely beautiful. Welcome to the Ethiopian Bodi tribe, where men compete to be the fattest in the village by drinking concussion, which they claim is a mixture of blood and milk, while living in isolation for 6 months. Slim might be the big deal elsewhere, but Ethiopia's Bodi or men tribe and is home to young men who do all it takes to become the fattest men. Here is how it works. Young men are selected and fed special meals and concussion for 6 months and after that, emerge to show off their newly engorged physique, and for a winner to be chosen. The champion, fat man, is then feted as a hero for the rest of his life. The food comes in the form of a cow's blood and milk mixture, served regularly to the men by women from the village. The cows are sacred to the Bodi tribe, so they are not killed for the purpose of the ritual. The blood is drawn by making a hole in a vein with a spear or an axe, and after that, they close it with a clay. Because of the scorching temperature, the men have to drink the 2 liters of bowl of blood and milk quickly before it coagulates. But not everyone can handle drinking so much at speed, so they vomit. These are the ones that are disqualified. On the D-Day, the men design their bodies with clay and ashes before emerging from their huts for the walk to the spot where the ceremony will take place. This long walk seemed tortuous, no thanks to the excess weight gain and protruding stomach. The ceremony involves spending long hours walking in a circle around the sacred tree, watched by other men and helped by women who ply them with alcohol and wipe away their sweat. Once the fattest man has been chosen, the ceremony ends with the slaughter of a cow using a big sacred stone. Village elders will then inspect the stomach of the blood to find out if the winner's future will be a bright one or not. After the ceremony, the men's lives return to normal, and most lose their enormous bellies after a few weeks of eating sparingly, and a few weeks later, the next generation of competitively fat Bodi men will be chosen and the circle repeats. Becoming a fat man is the dream of every Bodi kid because he will remain a hero for life, even though his stomach gets back to normal. Sadly, Bodi's traditional way of life is under the threat from the Ethiopian government, who plans to resettle 300,000 people from all over the country on their lands. For now, the tribe continues as they always have, and still celebrates the Kahil in traditional style each June.